Thank you all for joining us today. I know we all lead busy lives, especially being in travel, and your time is valuable. So, really, from all of us at Europe Express, thank you. Please note we are recording this webinar for educational purposes. After the presentation, we will add the recording to the Europe Express website located under the Resources tab in the header. So, if you have a client walk in, get a phone call, don't worry, you can always rewatch this presentation later. Also, if you have any questions anytime throughout the presentation, please type it in the GoToWebinar module, and we will answer it at the end. If we do run out of time, we will send you a follow-up email to your question within 24 hours. Without further ado, I'd like to hand off the mic over to Rebecca, who is our South Central Sales Manager. How are you doing, Rebecca?
Hey, Danielle. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to learn about Germany.
Yes. Well, without further ado, I will begin. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And as Danielle mentioned, I know that we all lead busy lives, so I will keep this as short as possible. I'll just go ahead. What you'll see here, from Iceland to Western Turkey, from Portugal to Scandinavia, these are the 22 countries that we serve and that a great majority of Americans choose for a leisure vacation to Europe. Since 1990, we have worked exclusively with travel advisors to create completely customizable European itineraries for both FIT and group travel.
Hey, Rebecca. Sorry to interrupt you. This is Danielle. Your slide is not changing right now for us.
Can you see no changes?
No.
I see it changing on mine. Let's see. Oh, no. It says the screen is paused.
Oh, let's see.
Can you see it now?
We're still just on the main
guys.
Europe. Oh, there we go. Okay, we see the 5 reasons.
Okay. I will stick to 5 reasons and hopefully.
Yep, perfect. That's perfect. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
That's okay. I appreciate the interruption. I was just talking about how our team is comprised of knowledgeable, passionate, and well-traveled reservation specialists. In fact, most have either lived, worked, and studied, or sometimes all 3 in countries throughout Europe. Our groups department is awesome, completely customizable, and quotes can be quoted at net or commission. And then when your clients are traveling, our DMC in the Barcelona office is there in the same time zone to assist. And what you'll find throughout this webinar as well is that our product is hand-picked. Now, let me introduce you to our amazing team in the Seattle area office. These are the people that you get to work with every day to make your clients' travel dreams come true. For us, it's simple. No 2 itineraries are the same. Our FIT itineraries are completely customizable. You can book the entire itinerary with us, or you can book select services. Our itineraries are fully commissionable, and you have the ability to add an agent markup as well. You can create an itinerary and book online with live inventory through our website, or you can call our Europe specialist. And then, as I previously mentioned, we also provide in-destination support through our Barcelona office, which is in the same time zone as your clients in case they need help for an emergency or a situation. And we do private FIT groups as well. A group for us is 10 or more adults traveling together. And again, groups can be quoted at net or commission. You will just let us know, and you can also add your own markup. What separates us from other suppliers is the ability to do multi-city, multi-country, and that we have exceptional in-destination support. And speaking of groups, we will be sending out links to our current promotion, but these are 2 super exciting ones that I really had to point out. So first off, we've teamed up with fellow presenter and partner RailEurope to offer $50 off any rail-inclusive itinerary. As you may be aware, we have all of RailEurope's live product loaded in our system, including different service levels and passes. You just use the promo code SCENIC at the time of booking to get $50 off your clients, and your commission will not be affected by the discount. We're also thrilled to launch our new $500 bonus commission for groups of 15 or more. So you get your private Europe group booked now, and you get an extra $500 for yourself. And then here you'll see some photos from our recent FAM to Germany. I know that everyone had a fabulous time, and that some of these agents have actually already started booking Germany. If you would like to learn more about some of these great upcoming fans, please sign up for our monthly newsletter on our website. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Philip Hendrick, West Coast Sales Manager of RailEurope.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca, for the wonderful introduction there. All right, let me just get the slideshow going. Okay. Well, thank you guys. It's nice to meet everyone. And I have to say, I just came back from Germany with the Europe Express on that FAM, and we had a fabulous time. Luckily, the group was able to experience one of the new routes from Berlin all the way down to Munich. So as Rebecca was saying earlier, Europe Express makes it really easy. They tap into our inventory. All you have to do, because I sell rail, and I know rail can be very complicated in selling. They make it streamless. They make it really easy. You just have to sell 3 times the ticket amount of the rail ticket, and they will book it all for you. So traveling in Germany, there's different ways that you can do it. In Germany, the national carrier is known as Deutsche Bahn, DB for short. They have their high-speed trains called the ICE. There's also connections from SNCF into Germany, and also Thalys from Belgium into Germany, as well as Trenitalia from Italy. But there's different ways you can travel in and around Germany. There's also night trains in Germany. The night jet to Italy and Austria is an option. And rail passes. There's the German rail pass, which currently is offered at 20% off right now. And we do have a wide selection of Euro Global passes, Euro Select passes that include Germany. So here's just kind of some pictures from the recent FAM I was on. So as I was saying earlier, the ICE, is their high-speed service. So it goes up to 180 miles per hour. You can see this shot here. This is a kind of a typical first-class cabin. Now, the main difference, and I recommend always sell first class to your clients. It's worth the extra $20, $30. In first class, you get 2 seats, 1 seat, whereas in second class, there will be an extra seat there. So I just think for the extra $20, $30, it's well worth traveling in first class. And this is just kind of the group shot we did when we were going from Berlin to Munich that day. It's a 4-hour train journey. We were in first class, but we ended up just spending most of the time in the restaurant car here, drinking beer and having wine. So why travel by train, especially in Germany? And Germany makes it really easy. Berlin to Munich, the new route, you can do that in about 4 hours. You know, if you were to drive that, you're looking at about 6 hours. Same thing with flying. You know, you have to take into consideration of an hour to get to the airport, an hour waiting around, an hour flight, then another transfer. The great thing about train travel, it's just generally really comfortable. It's city center to city center. And it's just kind of a new, nice experience for your clients. Berlin to Munich, Berlin to Frankfurt, Paris to Frankfurt, Amsterdam to Cologne. So as you can see, there's over 20 trains a day from a lot of these destinations in and around Germany. As I was saying earlier, I would always recommend booking first class for your clients. They're going to get bigger seats, more comfort, generally a welcome drink. On some of the trains, they actually even get meal service. You can make taxi reservations while you're on board. So it's really up to them. So this is just kind of the interface when you're booking online with Europe Express. So as you can see here, we're going to select Munich to Berlin. You have the option of selecting the rail pass here. I kind of did this screenshot, and this was done last minute. So like the airlines, rail typically does go up if you're booking and waiting a long time. So I recommend booking far in advance. The great thing about Germany is, unlike the other countries, you can book up to 9 months in advance with the rail travel. Now, the difference between point-to-point tickets and passes. So if you have a client that's maybe doing a few point-to-point tickets, a rail pass might make more sense for them. Now, if they're just doing one leg, you know, I might recommend just buying a point-to-point ticket. And as I was saying earlier, we have up to 20% off our German rail passes right now. So it's kind of a great advantage, and that's going to December 7th for that. So this is something that comes up, and your clients will ask you about it. In Germany, how the clients will get the tickets, they are electronic e-tickets. So they will show up at the ticket counter. they will need to enter their P&R number into the ticket counter booth, and that will spit out their tickets. So if you ever have a client that's called you while they're at the train station trying to get it, generally they're looking at this machine. So as you can see on this bottom right here, this is where they'd select their tickets because they are pre-booked. And as I was saying, there's different types of tickets. We have paper tickets, printed home tickets, printed station tickets, and mobile tickets. In Germany, most of the time your clients are going to have print at station tickets. So again, that's when they just take their P&R number, they go to the station, little kiosk, and it will spit out their tickets at the station there. Now, if they are connecting from, say, for instance, France into Germany, a lot of the times that will actually be physically paper tickets because you're using two different carriers, SNCF in this case, and also Deutsche Bahn. So that's kind of it for me on the rail side. I'm going to pass it over to Carolyn now with the German National Tourism Office. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you, Philip. Thank you, everybody. Let me just get this started. All right. So my name is Carolyn Belcher, and I am your West Coast Sales Manager for the German National Tourist Office. I am based here in Los Angeles. I was born and raised in beautiful Germany, and I cannot wait to tell you a little bit more about Germany, what it has to offer, what you can see. So,
Carolyn, we're not able to see your screen yet. Did you?
Oh, I did. Hold on. You don't see anything?
Oh, there we go. Now I see it.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, I had to go
All
in
right.
and out again. All right. So this is my
Perfect.
information and a picture of Berlin and Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and let's start this. So just a little bit information about Germany first. We have 16 federal states. The biggest state is Bavaria in the south, with the capital of Munich. And then we have Bremen, which is the northwest. It's a tiny state. We have about 80 million people living in Germany, and Berlin is the capital of Germany. We have right now 417 nonstop flights from the US to Germany, and Lufthansa launched a new flight going nonstop from Frankfurt to San Diego and vice versa, which is a great alternative for us here in LA, I gotta say. So when your clients are in Europe, how can they get to Germany? You see, we are right in the middle of Europe, so there's really no excuse to not stop by. You can do this by plane, train, coach, car, and ferry. So please make sure you're going to stop on your way back home. When your clients are in Germany, how do they get around? Philip has shown you already a couple pictures of the ICE train, the ICE, which I really have to say is an amazing experience. Every time I go to Germany with my family, my kids ask to get on that train. It's really a great experience. It's fast. You can enjoy the scenery. It's very reliable. It's just a very comfortable way of traveling in Germany. So I highly recommend this. Of course, you can use the bus. You can use little boats, ferries. But you can also drive on the German Autobahn. So I know a lot of people dream of driving a Porsche, Mercedes, or BMW on an Autobahn that has no speed limit. Well, not everywhere. Sometimes you have speed limits, but you can drive very fast. Just make sure you know the rules. The left lane is the fast lane. It's not the lane to hang out and take pictures. You will have a BMW or Mercedes right on the back of your car trying to push you over. Then I want to show you a slide that shows you actually the average hotel rate and how, the value for the money you get. You see Berlin has an average rate of 97 euros per night compared to London, 164. So that's really an affordable city to go to. We have over 125 five-star hotels in Germany. I just picked a couple pictures for you guys. You can get anything from a castle hotel, bed and breakfast. You can get anything in Germany, and the accommodations are always amazing. When your clients are in Germany, what are they going to do? I think you can do anything you want to do. Golf, horse riding, sailing, shopping, wine tasting, beer tasting, you name it, you can do it there. Your clients will definitely have every day something to do and to see. We have great operas and theaters in Germany. I love the Semper Opera in Dresden. The Harbor Theater in Hamburg is the home of the Lion King. But every city has a theater or an opera house. So the sound of music is very alive in Germany. You know, we love our cars. Maybe you have one of our amazing German cars at home, the Porsche, Mercedes, Audi, or BMW. You can visit those facilities actually, and they're great places to learn more about, how to make a car, when the whole thing started, the history of it. Often they have a restaurant as well. The BMW headquarters in Munich, for example, the BMW World has a 1-star Michelin-rated restaurant in there as well. So it's a really great experience. If you need sample itineraries, if you have a client that says, I'm interested in, cars, I can provide you with those itineraries because I know they're not just flying into Stuttgart to see cars, but other things you can do around those areas. This is not a typo. We do actually have a lot of museums, 6,250 plus museums. Museum Island on the bottom picture is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have a chocolate museum in Cologne. We have a currywurst museum in Berlin. There's literally for every taste and interest a museum. And I'm always saying, if we don't have it yet, we will have it soon. You can enjoy our cities, with shopping, with just relaxing, with the Christmas markets. I will show you later a couple pictures. I chose a couple pictures of our amazing cities, Berlin, our capital. Maybe you have been there as well. Dresden with the Semper Opera in the back. Frankfurt is not just an airport. It's a really great city. Hamburg, Heidelberg. This is what you see in a lot of places in Germany with the castles. This is Leipzig and the typical bird's eye view on the city of Munich. Bremerhaven. I always put this into my presentation because I think it's such a great place to go to. It's the Deutsche Auswandererhaus, the German Immigration Center. It's about 45 minutes away from Bremen. They work together with ancestry.com. And I know a lot of people travel to Germany because they want to find out where their ancestors came from, why they left, how they left, when they left. And you can find it out in there if, of course, they have the information. So definitely, if you have clients that are interested in this, this is the place to go. We do love our culture and events in Germany. For example, I just came last night back from Germany, and I was there when our 5th season started, which is Carnival. This starts on 11/11 at 11:11 a.m. and everybody loves it because all the way till Ash Wednesday, you will have parties, parades, and all about Carnival throughout the cities, and especially in the Rhineland area, which is like Cologne, Bonn, Düsseldorf. And you all know the Oktoberfest in Munich that takes place every year from September to the beginning of October. This is the most favorite time of the year. I just booked a flight ticket with my daughter going back home because I never miss a winter without going to the Christmas market. They start, they're already setting up everything. They usually start in the bigger cities end of November till up to Christmas, or maybe even a couple days after Christmas. Every city has at least one Christmas market. Every town, every tiny village has them. And they're beautifully decorated. Just as you see on the picture, everywhere lights. Local people come and sell their wood-carved, goodies you can buy for Christmas. The local people sell their food, and you drink a hot Glühwein, which is a hot red wine with spices. You enjoy the cold outside. Hopefully it's snowing. You hear Christmas music in the background, and it's a fairy tale. I highly recommend to put this on your bucket list and your client's bucket list because it's really an amazing experience. And I have a little video. I hope you can hear the music in the background too. Let me know if I need to skip it. Makes me feel always so good when I hear this. We have 44 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Germany. This is the highest number of World Heritage Sites in Europe after Italy and Spain. And now I'm going to show you a couple of our scenic routes because I think this is very interesting for you as well. We have over 150 scenic routes that includes like architecture, arts and crafts, castle roads, culinary aspects. To give you just a few examples, we have the German half-timbered houses route. If somebody of, one of your clients is interested in this, this is a very, very long itinerary. It's 1,800 miles, but it goes from the north to the south and shows you all the medieval towns, which is just mind-blowing when you can walk through the streets. We have a lot of people who are interested in our German clocks. And so we have a route for this too. It's about 200 miles on the countryside, and you will learn everything about the German clock. The German fairy tale route is really cute. It's from Bremen to Hanau, and it's all about the Brother Grimm fairy tales. I actually am from Kassel, so this is right on the fairy tale route, and we have the Castle Saberburg, which is about the Cinderella story. So we have the Cinderella castle there. Romantic route, gives you all the romance, arts, and culture. Lots of castles are included in this route. It's about 250 miles. Everybody loves our rivers. The Rhine is beautiful, and you will see exactly what you see now on this picture when you go on this route. And then, of course, our beer and castle route. It's all about our amazing beer. We have a lot of beer, actually 5,000 different types of beer. Every region has their own beer. And this is, like a 300-mile routing. And before I'm going to come to an end, I'm just going to introduce you very quick to our theme. So this year is my favorite theme, how we promote Germany. I'm really sad 2018 is coming to an end, but it's about culinary Germany. We want to make sure you know we're not just about beer, bratwurst, and sauerkraut. I know there's nothing wrong with it, but we have so much more to offer for you guys. We actually have 287 Michelin star rated restaurants. 11 of them are 3 stars. When I was just in Germany, I was honored kind of to eat at a 2-star rated restaurant, and the chef made food. I mean, I've never experienced anything like this. So if you have clients wherever they are in the world, make sure they're going to eat at one of those Michelin rated restaurants. It's an amazing experience. We love our bread, so we do have 300 different types of bread. That's not counting in the rolls that we have as well. So we're probably more over 1,000. We have 1,500 different types of sausages. Every town has their own little secret sausage recipe. 5,000 kinds of beer, over 9,000 beer festivals, and of course we have the culinary route as well. Next year it's going to be Bauhaus, our theme. It's an architectural movement that was built by Walter Gropius, and all of those Bauhaus locations, they are also part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I'm sure you all know the Oberammergau Passion Play. I was just in Oberammergau, and I'm telling you, Oberammergau is getting ready for those 500,000 visitors that come every single time. It takes place every 10 years, and it's simply amazing. Beethoven, we will celebrate in 2020 as well, his 250th birthday. And that's it from my side. We have an office in New York, Los Angeles, and Toronto. Please feel free to reach out if you ever need anything. I'm always happy to help. I love Germany. I love you guys sending all of these tourists, your clients, to Germany to experience a very different and amazing country. We're a very safe country to travel to. I always say we're very OCD, very punctual, very clean. Visit our website, germany.travel. We have a great travel trade part on there. You can sign up for our newsletter, like us on Facebook and all of those social media channels. And let me know if you have questions. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my home country with you guys.
Hey, I guess it's back to me. Get my slide ready. I was just going to say, Philip and Carolyn, what an amazing presentation. I am so inspired to travel to Germany. I've actually been to the Christmas markets before, and you're right, they're absolutely magical. So I hope everyone gets an opportunity to experience that in their lifetime. So Well, now that you have a deeper understanding of how we work and you're ready to go out and book some trips to Germany, how do you do this? Well, first of all, you've got to get registered. And the way you can do this is just to go onto our website and click registration at the top. Once you're registered, you can access our custom quote builder form online and our easy to use booking engine. And our website also has a lot of valuable resources and services that are available to you at any time. But as always, you can still call us. Here's a quick slide about the resources. We have some amazing resources available through our website, including online tutorials, webinars, sightseeing flyers, tipping guides, and suggested itineraries, among many other things. And then if you have not already, please do sign up for our newsletter. It's distributed once a month. It includes all of our updates from webinars, new hotels, and exclusive promotion codes, things that you don't want to miss out on. And here you'll see a map of our sales managers. We've got on the West Coast. I'm Rebecca, South Central. We've got Joyce in the North Central, Stephanie in the Northeast, and then Ryan in the Southeast. And all this information is also listed in our website under bios if you want to jot down the addresses and phone numbers later. And that's it from me. Thank you so much for joining. I think I'll hand it back over to Danielle for any questions we might have.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. I am excited to get back to Germany now as well. Those Christmas markets are just amazing. And now I feel like I'm reliving it. So thank you, Carolyn. A few questions did come in. Carolyn, can you advise, is it safe to travel on the roads, or is there much snow for the Christmas markets if they did want to drive around?
So it really depends on where you're going. The south, like the Bavaria area, probably South Bavaria, has quite a bit of snow, but it is still safe to drive because we have to clean our streets, even the little side streets. They are like those big, I don't know the English word, but those big trucks that put like all the salt on the streets, especially the Autobahn. It needs to be available to drive on. So I would absolutely say yes. Of course, if you go more to the little medieval town areas, it could be a little slippery. I'm not sure how great they are with cleaning it up. But in general, yes, I would absolutely say go for it.
Great, thank you. And I do have another question for you, Carolyn. And if anyone has questions, feel free to add those into the GoToWebinar module. My next question is for Carolyn. Carolyn, what type of family travel itineraries do you recommend for Germany?
I would definitely say the fairy tale routing, because it's really wherever you go, if you're in Bremen, any kind of city that's on that route, that's really, it's a fairy tale. It's a Brother Grimm. And you have the Cinderella and you have all these different characters and castles to visit. I was just in South Bavaria, really far down south, and I was blown away by all the lake areas. So for the summer, I thought I'm going to go back with my children to go to all of these amazing lakes that also have a lot of nature, from the city here. So I like my kids to see some more cows and pigs, which you will see down there. And the castles, I think, are so amazing for children as well. Though the north of Germany by the sea, it's paradise too. There's so many places you can go with a family.
Great, thank you, Carolyn. And I have another question for you. It's coming from Maria. Maria's asking, does Germany Tourism offer a specialist certification course?
Unfortunately not. I'm working on this. We just launched something in England, and I'm hoping we're going to do this here as well. But if you need anything, definitely let me know. I can give you a lot of information that will help you as well.
Great, thank you. Philip, I have a question for you. Does most of the trains, do they offer the restaurant carriage on them?
Yes, most of the high-speed trains, the ICEs, will have the restaurant cards on them. If it's smaller regional trains, less than an hour, they're not going to have that on there. But the great thing about train travel is these train stations have shopping centers, grocery stores, bars. I was just in a Michelin star restaurant in the train station, so you can actually buy things and then bring it onto the train. There's no one's regulating, so you can bring as much wine, food as you'd like on board the train.
Great, thank you. I have a question for both, I think, Philip and for Carolyn. How handicap accessible is Germany? So maybe, Philip, you can talk about the trains.
We were just in the Berlin station, for instance. There's elevators. You can certainly get on and off, if you're in a wheelchair, for instance, fairly easy onto these trains. Unlike other countries, Germany's pretty helpful to the handicap, especially in the train stations.
Yeah, I agree absolutely, Philip. I think it's gotten a whole lot better than when I was a little kid. There are lots of elevators and accessible rooms, and absolutely the sites as well. I was really blown away by like some castles I saw the other day that they built in elevators, so you can go with a wheelchair in there, or they bring you up on the hill with a horse carriage. So it's absolutely possible for everybody to get around in Germany.
Great, thank you both. I have quite a few more questions coming in, so if we have time, let's ask them. Mark is wondering, what is the best way to get tickets for the large tents at Oktoberfest?
Well, so I have had that question a couple times, and gosh, you need to do it well in advance. And I don't know, are you guys selling Oktoberfest as well? Europe Express?
We do for our group side if it's way in advance, but for the actual Oktoberfest tickets for the FIT side, we try to help as best we can, but not tickets themselves.
Okay. So, there are, people who sell just the ticket. So if you just want to shoot me an email, I can absolutely help you with that. The Munich tourist office is always helpful as well. I have the information from them too. So, they're happy to point you into the right direction. But definitely early enough. They're filling up. They probably already filled up for next year.
Yeah, way in advance, over a year in advance.
Yeah.
Colleen has a question for you, Carolyn. Can you direct us to more information regarding the Bauhaus? Oh, and we will share Carolyn's contact information and Philip's contact information in a follow-up email, because I am getting that question too. So we will send a follow-up email after this presentation with all their information. But I'm sorry, Carolyn, can you direct us to more information regarding the Bauhaus?
The Bauhaus, we just had our huge conference in Germany on the opening of the Bauhaus. There are lots of museums that open up for Bauhaus where you can learn everything, about the movement. I know there is actually an experience where you can stay at a hotel with a Bauhaus experience, or you can
Carolyn? Okay. Carolyn? It doesn't show that I'm talking. We just lost the connection. Oh, no.
I think we lost her. I can't hear her either.
Okay. Okay, Carolyn, I think we lost you. I will follow up with the rest of these questions that are coming in, because we do have quite a few more coming in, so we will answer them after this presentation with a follow-up email. Thank you, everyone, including Philip from RailEurope, Carolyn from Germany, Rebecca, our South Central Sales Manager, for all your time presenting today, and to all the wonderful agents and agencies that could attend today and listen about Germany.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I got kicked out. I'm back. It's not that I didn't want to answer the Bauhaus question.
Thank you, Carolyn. We were just ending the presentation, so I will send you over that person's contact information so you can follow up with them directly.
Wonderful. I apologize. Thank you, though.
No worries. I thought it was me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.